This is your brother Bona Muhammad, and I'm reporting back from a trip that I personally took to Mexico with Helping Hand Relief and Development. It was a trip that we took to an area in Mexico called Chiapas, which has a growing and flourishing Muslim community, walhamdulillah. While we were there, we were able to offer the community some essential items which we in the West may take for granted every single day. When our children go to school, they have their big knapsack, they have their school books, they have their pencils, their markers, their pens, their highlighters, and everything that they need in order to learn. But what we saw was that the children in Chiapas, many of them didn't really have access to school, number one, and two, the ones who did have access to school didn't have access to the proper writing utensils and different things that would allow them to actually be proficient in their studies. So what we did, alhamdulillah, is provided the whole community, the Muslim community there that we were dealing with, grant them the opportunity to have brand new school supplies. Now this again may seem like something that is so trivial, especially to us living in the West, where our kids get everything they need on a daily basis, alhamdulillah, from the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For many of us, school supplies is not a big issue to cover. But for these children, I mean, allowing them to have access to education is going to be something which will allow them to then escape the cycle of poverty. Because we know through education, students are able to achieve many, many great things. They're able to get good jobs and they're able to help give back to their communities. And that's what we want to do. We don't want to just give these people handouts, but we want to give them the tools necessary so that they can escape the cycle of poverty on their own, inshallah. Now, for everyone watching this wondering how they can get involved and what they can do to help support the Muslims of Mexico, of Chiapas specifically, there are many things you can do. Number one, you can make dua for them and you can ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless them and to make things easy for them. Number two, you can get involved by volunteering with the charity and finding out what opportunities are available for you to give back physically with your own hands. And number three, you can give with your wealth, because there is so much work that still needs to be done on the ground, and it can only be done with a generous donation and support of people just like you. Even if it seems like it's a small amount, whatever you give for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it will be sufficient for us, inshallah. And we're calling upon all the generous donors to do their best to make Chiapas a place where Islam can flourish and where our brothers and sisters can have the support they need in order to become the best possible Muslims that they can be. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make things easy for our brothers and sisters in Chiapas, Mexico. Jazakallah khair for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.